I'm not thrilled to make this video, but I'm also not surprised either. Love and Deepspace's version 6.0 update just dropped, and Valko is nowhere to be seen. If you're really honest, I think we're not that surprised. Hi, I'm Arya Luna, and welcome to my channel. I make reviews, commentaries, and video essays. Recently, I branched out to cover otome game content, particularly Love and Deepspace, because their announcement of the new character Valko really got me interested and wanting to play the game more. And then the game devs had to go and cancel his release after actually promising the players that they're not going to do that a couple of days before. And I started covering the developments and sharing my thoughts with you guys and hoping to create a safe space for discussions. Most of us were genuinely upset about Valko's cancellation and recognized the impact it can have on the larger gacha game and our otome game community. It was also important to think about where we stand as a global player base for games like LADS, whose devs generally prioritize their national player base. At this point, we all know why the company who makes the game, InFold Games, made the decision. It was mainly protests from a small group of toxic fans among their national player base who harassed them, pressured them using media outlets, and possibly dragged them into a legal mess with government authorities. A lot of the details will never be disclosed to us players from InFold side, and all the information that we can be sure of are the official statements from them during the course of last week. There hadn't been any official statement from them after the official announcement of Valko's cancellation, which was a week ago on the 30th of June. Until around 36 hours ago, as of recording this video, when a lot of information started coming out one after another. There was an announcement on RedNote, the Chinese social media platform, on the Love and Deepspace official page about their withdrawal from Bilibili World 2026, which is a big event. And they even said that they're going to refund tickets and cover costs for flights, trains, and hotels. It was a crazy announcement, and it made me wonder just how deep of a mess they really are in. And the Love and Deepspace Japanese pages and social media platforms also announced a cancellation of a special offline event. So there has to be some serious legal reason for a statement like this. There is also a translated version of a letter from the Chinese Ministry of Public Security circulating online about the threat the game's content, especially bringing up the Valko home invasion allegation, can pose and send a harmful message. So let's just shelve that for now, since its authenticity cannot be fully vouched yet. Then what really got players talking was the version update notice in-game that asked everyone to free up a lot of space on their devices for the update, etc. So it was also there on the website. If you go to their website under news, notice is still there. And it got all of us thinking. It was a really, really long page full of instructions, with instructions to free up 27 GB of space. All of that can't be just for the home system updates, the main story, and other quality of life improvement. Valko had to be there, right? Right? Well, nope. The notice that was put up before server maintenance later on was very different. There was to be no main story update. Even the rerun banners were changed, and more importantly, there was no mention of Valko at all. So yesterday they posted this version 6.0 client update guide, and they still called the version 6.0 Shattered Quiet, which was basically the title of Valko's main story. And they say that it will officially launch on July 9th. And then here are some detailed instructions on updating. I think what really got people talking is this: based on in-game resource conditions, after updating to the new client on July 9th, approximately 3.2 to 3.7 GB of additional resources will need to be downloaded before entering the game. And this was a huge thing for people. Before installing, please ensure your device has at least 27 GB of free storage space to download and run the game smoothly. This is a lot. Okay, 27 GB free space is a lot for LADS. And the reason this is important is because people are wondering, okay, so if there is no main story, if there is no Valko coming in, why would we need to free up so much space, and why is the download this large? Because if it's only just the home system update, and if you don't know what that home system update is, it's basically they're giving us a kitchen and there's an upgrade to the garden system so you can grow veggies and make food in the kitchen. So just for the kitchen, it can't be 27 GB, right? 8 GB, right? And then 27 GB free space for installation. I'm like, that was what was confusing people for. And mind you, this was a thing that was posted on the 8th of July, so the day before the release. And so there was a lot of talk about whether all the fan theories were correct, whether Valko would actually be introduced. And another thing that happened was the in-game notices. So before server maintenance got out, people saw this and they were honestly surprised. They completely changed the contents of the new update. I mean, the home system remained, so we are going to get a kitchen. Don't worry, guys. We are going to be able to farm vegetables and cook in the kitchen. That's going to be there. But there will be no main story update. There will be no reruns of the cast that we were expecting. There would be, of course, no Valko. Under update details, they said that there is a limited time 5-star memories rerun, and it is from the Wonder in Wonder multi-banner. If you forgot what the Wonder in Wonder banner was, it was the one which had this beautiful Silas memory called Grassland Romance. It's one of my favorite Silas memories. Very nice multi-banner to rerun, but it's kind of odd that they did this because I think, as some fans explained, according to the timeline, what would have gotten a rerun now would be Silas No Defense Zone. So that was supposed to come in, and also Misty Invasions, which was around the time when I actually started playing the game. One of the theories is that they are replacing these banners with Wonder in Wonder because they want to avoid any further controversies, because those banners are, a little bit risque. But as some other fans said, that they were already censored on release, because they were apparently supposed to be much steamier, but they changed that. The reason they removed or replaced these cards were because of the lawsuit or whatever they're going through right now. And then there is a Radiant Fantasia special limited time wish, which is a special pool of selectable 5-star memories from the standard myth memories, as far as I can understand from this. There will also be some revisions of the cumulative wish system in X-Base Echo, which is the standard banner. And then there will be a limited time Illusio event. And then limited time access for myths for free. So you can enjoy myths for free through version 6.0 rewards distribution. This is the part where they give us some of the Valko stuff for free. That's what they're talking about here, which they explained in the apology letter. So correct me if I'm wrong. Log in into the game to claim rewards from your mailbox, including the Illusia Locus series, memory selection crate, daily outfits, dynamic photo scene, and general poses. And then we'll be given 10 deep space wishes, which is the limited wish, and then Empyrean wishes, also 10, which are the standard wishes via mail, like in-game mail. And then starting from the 30th of June, if you log in for 30 consecutive days, this is already on. You'll get 1 deep space wish from your mailbox each day. Also, another thing that is important is that today, on 9th of July, when players downloaded the game, they noticed something was missing, which was the coming soon text at the bottom where you can select which character you want to interact with, and then at the bottom up there was the coming soon, which was what a lot of the players were using as an argument to show that Valko was planned all along, and we're just proven right, but in a very disappointing way now, that it was indeed correct, that they were planning to introduce Valko for a long time, and now that he's gone and there is no possibility anymore for a 6th love interest, which is what they announced in their apology, the coming soon was removed. As for the movement online to bring Valko back is currently in a stalemate right now. It was taking place across multiple social media platforms where the global player base and parts of the national player base were coming together to convince InFold to change their decision to bring our 6th love interest back. Now, it definitely seems like it's over. They have removed all traces of a 6th love interest. They have made absolutely no statements in response, showing a high level of unprofessional behavior. And I think the utter silence from them is quite disrespectful to the players. You can't announce something, put up a vague apology letter saying you'll cancel the release of the 6th love interest, and then leave conflicting information about the version update in different places, and quietly change everything without even releasing a statement. It's just mind-boggling to me. Just how hard is it to get all of these lawyers you're paying to draft you a social media post where you diplomatically communicate the changes you made to the rerun banners, how you remove the story because you basically have to write a new one, and that you are sorry for the mess. That's all it takes to gain the trust of your players back. Yes, I agree that the post about the Bilibili World participation was a well-crafted statement, but has nothing to do with anything in-game. It's an offline event, and it has nothing to do with the upcoming update. We are still waiting for that one. It seems like they are stuck deep in a legal mess with authorities, so they basically have given up trying to earn the trust of their players back. And at times during these last 36 hours, I really felt like this company is going to incur so many losses that they don't even care anymore. So I really don't know who is right and who is wrong anymore, and maybe that's it. This situation is so complex and there is so incredibly little disclosed information. It is truly difficult to come to any firm conclusions. I personally believe that we should still be using the hashtag bringvalkoback, among others, making fan art and other forms of content to show our appreciation for Valko. We can continue leaving honest reviews and boycotting the game. We really need to make sure that InFold understands the mistake they've made and that a huge part of their player base is unhappy. I'm absolutely certain at this point that absolutely nothing is going to be the same for the company, for the devs, the game, the players, for no one. And as I said, this might have a lot of invisible long-term impact on the gacha gaming industry as a whole. Also, fellow lads girlies, another thing that I want to say is take care of yourselves. This week has been quite emotionally exhausting for everyone, also from a content creating standpoint. This whole situation is a huge mess, and as I predicted, almost impossible to come out of unscathed. So please feel free to use the comment section of this video to share your thoughts and express support for each other. As a player community, we need to stick together and support each other. Let's avoid spreading hate on any group. And it's time to show our discontent, but let's do it peacefully and also be there for each other in the process. Anyone watching outside of the community might not understand why we are so upset about the cancellation of a 3D character. This is not just about the cancellation of a character, but something much bigger. It's about making a multi-million-dollar company take accountability and realizing that they have lost trust of their customers completely. And as for the boycott, I'm seeing a lot of players deciding to quit the game completely, and some still want to continue playing the game because they have a lot of time and energy invested into it, and they still love the story and the existing allies. And from my perspective, both are equally valid. So please don't hate on players who still want to continue playing, and I completely empathize with the players who don't want to. I am, at this moment, leaning towards uninstalling the game. I acknowledge that the game was a unique experience and quite fun to play for me. I love the story, the rich lore, my two mains, and the whole world that the devs have created with love and care. It's honestly so heartbreaking to see all of that impacted so terribly. I personally will not be logging into the game for the foreseeable future unless they make a convincing statement or a decision. It is truly disappointing, the whole situation. That's all I'm gonna say for now. As to whether I want to continue covering this, I will. If there are more developments on this front, I will make more videos. In the meantime, maybe we can share suggestions for other otome games in the comments for all of us to check out. I vote Tears of Themis. I really need to log back in there. Man, I just want to end this video on a positive note, but it seems impossible. I'm so sorry, you guys. But anywho, it's time to sign off. I hope you liked this video. I hope some of what I said resonated with you. I hope you can find some comfort in the community moving forward in the next upcoming days. And let me know what your thoughts are on this. But as always, please be kind to others and respectful in the comments. If you like this video and want to see more content like this, please leave a like and consider subscribing to my channel. I'm starting out and it helps me out a lot. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!